What is up, YouTube? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Horrorpalooza. It's going to be a full month of, just horror-related reviews, and I might sneak in a DVD or Blu-ray update, sometime this month because I bought a couple things last month, and I did get a new character for my vinyl collection. I got another Guardians of the Galaxy character. No, it's not Groot. It's the blue-faced, southern accented freaking alien known as Yondu. Yep, I got Yondu at GameStop for $1.06. It was cool. It was on sale, and he's cute. Look, it's he talks like this. It's Michael Rooker, who's a great actor, and he's going to be back in Guardians too. I can't wait for that. And it was cute to get, so I'm gonna just put him over here so he could come out on the video. But this is about the 1996 action slash crime horror film. This is the first one. This is considered the best, and I do enjoy this film. I think it's definitely one of Robert Rodriguez's better efforts, especially in the early 90s. This guy was hot as a director, and he was getting a lot of good, actors to be in his movies, and this was his first attempt at a horror film, I believe, and it is From Dusk Till Dawn. This is the two-disc collector's edition of From Dusk Till Dawn. Really good movie. I will say that. Like, I've reviewed the sequel, and not a lot of people cared, but I do like it as a sequel, prequel, standalone film. It's a fun vampire flick. This is really good. Like, the casting, you got George Clooney as a mercenary, him and Quentin Tarantino going around doing crimes, but they're likable. They don't kill people in cold blood. They don't like rape anybody. They just do things, for their own selfish gain, but they're anti-heroes. So I like that. And Clooney, this is in his prime, before he was an Oscar-nominated actor and got all these big roles because he's George Clooney. Here he's great. Like, he has so much charisma. To him and Tarantino have great chemistry. They carry the film. And to be honest, the first hour of the movie is not horror. It's mostly an action crime drama. But then when they get to the bar, in Mexico, that's when the horror begins and it becomes a vampire flick. But it counts, so. And yeah, Harvey Keitel, good actor. His character, kind of an off, priest that kind of lost his way. And I'm like, yeah, I don't buy it only because Keitel, I saw him in Reservoir Dogs and he was cursing up a storm and bloody and, it's just, and he showed his penis in Bad Lieutenant, which I've never seen, but I've heard that. So, good actor, but, his character's there. Juliette Lewis, always gorgeous to watch. I've never had a problem with her. I know some people find her off-putting, that she does weird roles, but I do like her. I liked her in the Cape Fear remake. I liked her in this. I thought she did a good performance in Natural Born Killers. The problem is her character, and her and Woody Harrelson are assholes. But here, I like these guys better, as anti-heroes. And it's a fast-paced movie. It's 108 minutes. About the end credits is probably 103. But it's not too long. It's not 2 hours long. It doesn't drag. It goes at a fast pace. The film looks really wonderful. I mean, for a movie 20 years old, it looks better than movies 20 years later, especially vampire films we get direct-to-video now. Like, I'd rather see this than, like, the sequel to the remake of Fright Night, which came out like a couple years ago, and they said it looked like shit. This doesn't look like shit. The makeup effects, awesome. They have fangs that look good. When Salma Hayek turns into a vampire, she looks like a snake head. Really good practical makeup. Really good gore. The gore is glorious in this. It's a well-written movie. There's some lines I didn't like when Salma Hayek puts her foot in this guy's face, and says something. It was really disgusting. I was like, Tarantino, you didn't need to write that. I mean, he wrote part of this movie. He produced it, and he wrote the screenplay. Yeah, he didn't write the story. The story's really good, though, because it drops you. You think it's a misleading movie because you think, oh, it's just a horror film. No, it starts as an action crime thriller. Then once they get to the bar, it changes in tone, but it works. The film is dark. It's not a kiddie movie. Do not let your kids watch this. It's not Twilight. This is the real vampire shit. This is with the blood. This is with the bats. This is with that they don't walk at the daylight and sparkle. No, this is a real deal. You also have regulars from, Rodriguez films like Salma Hayek and Danny Trejo and Cheech Marin. Yeah, a bunch of Hispanics. But hey, It's a movie set in Mexico. What can I do? But I see it for Clooney and Tarantino kicking ass because these guys are just badasses. They're like the Reservoir Dogs, but that kill vampires, and that's awesome. And I think it's a fun movie. Like I know this is considered the only good one. I do like the sequel, even though Clooney didn't come back. I like Robert Patrick in that, but this is definitely the quintessential From Dusk Till Dawn. I've never seen the TV series. I've never seen the third prequel movie with Wilmer Valderrama, who is not a good lead. I'll take George Clooney any day over that guy because that guy has about the freaking screen presence of Driftwood. But it's two discs, plain looking DVDs. But I'm glad I got this. I got this used at a pawn shop, and it's worth every penny. It's got a ton of features, and I do want to see this film again because I haven't heard the commentary from Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, and it's perfect. For Horrorpalooza, you can't go wrong with From Dusk Till Dawn. Just get a drink, get some popcorn, get some friends over, pop this in your DVD player, Blu-ray player, or a digital copy, and watch this. This is worth your time. Do not waste your time with Twilight. Don't waste your time with freaking True Blood or Vampire Academy, any of that BS that they think vampires are. This is how a vampire should be. Dark, intimidating. They don't sparkle. They actually have fangs and will bite people. They're not going to drink the blood of animals. They're going to drink the blood of humans. And that's what they do in this film. And it's awesome. Second half of the film definitely is a better, part of the film because that's when shit goes down, and it works so well in this movie. And I'm glad that I'm reviewing this. I haven't reviewed this, so it's a good movie. It's flawed. It runs a little long, like in parts, like when Clooney and Quentin Tarantino are not in the film. It kind of there's some slow spots, like the scene with Salma Hayek dancing with the snake. Some people found it sexy. I didn't. I think that's just an overrated scene. I don't find her that attractive. I mean, she looks like one of my friends, but she does nothing for me. She went on to do shittier roles like Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. Yeah, an Oscar-nominated actress goes on to do shitty comedies with Adam Sandler. Yeah, what a career low. You were in this and then in Grown Ups 2. Yeah, no thanks, sir. But Clooney, he maintained a good career. Yes, he did Batman and Robin after this. That was a piece of shit, but everybody involved in that knew that. Tarantino, I've seen some of his films. I saw Reservoir Dogs for the first time. Good director, good writer. He knows what he's doing. But Clooney, please. I mean, not Clooney. My bad. Tarantino, please. Enough of the N-word in your movies. We get it. It's a race. It was a time of racism in Django Unchained, and what was it? Not Magnificent Seven. The not Ridiculous Six. What was it called? Damn it! I forgot that Western that he did last year. That movie, yeah, they'd probably say the N-word. We get it. We get the racist thing. And also, you don't have to mention crap like licking and all, whatever you said in this movie. That one line was not needed. It was just gross, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need that in an action crime horror film like this. It's a blend. It's a good blend of these genres, and it works as a film, and it's definitely a good horror movie. So I would recommend it. It has problems like that I found, but it's still good. And it's better than any vampire movie we got in like 10 years. That wasn't something, that was like Daybreakers or something. But it's good. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting and, following me on Twitter or liking my videos, on Google+. I did a great hangout with my friends earlier today of Civil War. Still love that movie. Still one of my favorites of the year. And man, I want to talk about it again, but I will when I get to my top 10 favorite movies of 2016. Definitely the highlight of the summer. I don't care what anybody says. That was a summer movie. It came out in May. It's a summer movie. In April, it came out in other territories. But in New York, it came out in May. So I'm fine with it being a summer movie. But that's another subject for another time. This movie's awesome. Give it a watch. It's worth your time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and stay tuned for more Horrorpalooza.